And now, the news from our London studios. MTA International brings you the world news.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to a special edition of MTA World News. We will be previewing the upcoming Jalsa Salana UK 2017. First, a look at the headlines that we'll be following for you today. Hazrat Hadeeqatul Mahdi addresses volunteers following Jalsa Salana inspection. MTA News takes a behind-the-scenes tour of the Jalsa Salana 2017 site. And for viewers around the world, we'll have an exclusive preview of a special documentary which will air during MTA's coverage of Jalsa Salana 2017.
Hazrat Hadeeqatul Mahdi inspected arrangements for the 51st Jalsa Salana UK at Hadeeqatul Mahdi on Sunday. Up to 5,000 volunteers have spent weeks converting the Alton farm into a small spiritual city and were honoured to receive Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, may Allah be his helper. His Holiness advised the workers to display the very best manners throughout the three-day convention.
हाँ ये याददानी है जो मैं गुज़श्ता खुतबे में भी बयान की थी परसों कि हर ड्यूटी देने वाला हर रज़ाकार हर कारकुन ये याद रखे कि किसी वक्त भी किसी तरह भी उसके रवैये से किसी किस्म की बदअखलाक़ी का इजहार ना हो और अखलाक के साथ आला अखलाक के साथ मेहमान नवाजी के काम को सरंजाम दें.
Reminding the volunteers of the importance of prayer, His Holiness said,
दुआओं में ये वक्त गुजारें, अपनी नमाज़ों की भी हिफाजत करते रहें. ड्यूटी का मतलब ये नहीं कि नमाज़ें नहीं पढ़नी. जैसा हमेशा मैं कहता हूँ, बाजमात नमाज के वक्त अगर नहीं हाज़िर हो सके तो हर शोबा अपने अपने टेंट में अपने बाजमात नमाज़ों का एहतमाम करे.
Earlier, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad also inspected Jalsa Salana arrangements made at the Bath of Futuh Mosque in London and at the Jamia Ahmadiyya UK campus in Hazelmere. The Jalsa Salana will begin on Friday afternoon, when His Holiness will deliver his weekly Friday sermon to over 30,000 worshippers at Hadeeqatul Mahdi. Thereafter, His Holiness will deliver 4 further speeches over the weekend. The entire proceedings will be broadcast and live streamed around the world on MTA International.
As the rain poured down on Sunday afternoon, the volunteers at Hadeeqatul Mahdi were still working hard preparing ahead of Hazrat Hadeeqatul Mahdi's inspection. MTA News had its own team on site following their progress and previewing the exhibitions and facilities which attendees will enjoy during Jalsa Salana. This year, the Ahmadiyya Archive and Research team will have a very precious centrepiece to their exhibition.
So the highlights of our exhibition is that this year, as well as last year, but this year mainly we will be having more of the Budukat, which are the items that belong to the Promised Messiah Islam or the Khulafa of the Promised Messiah Islam. And this year we also have, we will be having iPad stands which we will be displaying documentaries on. So each board you see we have different topics. So over here we have the Promised Messiah, we have 3 boards dedicated to the Promised Messiah. So these 3 boards would have a documentary at the end where the people can come, look at the iPad, look at the documentary.
Meanwhile, next door is the Review of Religions, which will continue its tradition of displaying some of the world's most ancient copies of the Quran, as well as a replica of the Turin Shroud, which belonged to Jesus alayhi salam. This year they will also be hosting their first ever Turin Shroud conference.
We have the leading experts from around the world, from Turin, Italy, Barry Schultz, who's been coming regularly at the convention, and various other leading experts who will be coming here and delivering lectures and seminars on the Shroud. And running in parallel also will be special seminars and workshops on Islamic calligraphy. We have some of the leading experts in Islamic calligraphy who are coming and delivering talks.
For MTA viewers around the world unable to attend the UK Jalsa, there is no reason to miss out. MTA Jalsa Connect social media team will bring the Jalsa experience to every phone and screen across the globe.
We'll be having unique material from Jalsa Connect itself, lots of interviews with different people at the Jalsa to give you a real flavour of everything that's happening at the Jalsa. We'll also be have some documentaries. So, for example, documentary on the 300 plus Khudam that are coming for Waqf Arzi, for the short-term dedication from Canada. They've chartered a whole plane, so they're really hyped and excited, and we're excited to film them. So Jalsa Connect itself, on Twitter you can follow it, but you can go to mta.tv/Jalsa Connect.
As the minutes ticked down to yesterday's inspection, departments such as the Voice of Islam radio station were frantically preparing their on-site facilities. It had rained most of the day, but just as Azur arrived, the sun came out on Hadeeqatul Mahdi.
Each year for Jalsa Salana, MTA International Studios prepare a series of special documentaries to be broadcast in between sessions. This year, as the final touches are placed on the broadcast material, MTA News is able to offer a special preview of one of this year's upcoming documentaries. Toki and Mirza, as part of a team, which travelled to the remote island of Mayotte to interview a group of over 100 new Ahmadi Muslims who converted only through watching the broadcasts of MTA television. There, in an area which is largely following an extreme form of Salafi Islam, they have risked their lives to join the community. We now present a special clip from the upcoming documentary.
Truth. Truth finds its way. It traverses the winds, the oceans, over shores unknown, to the very corners of this earth. We're taking you to a land, thousands of miles away from anywhere, a place that found the truth and snatched it from the skies, the islands of Mayotte, where the truth of Islam Ahmadiyyat entered the hearts only through stumbling upon the MTA channel.
Nous, on est devenus des Ahmadis à partir de la télévision, de la MTA, et que nous, à partir de ces enseignements, qu'on a constaté qu'ils étaient les bons enseignements qu'il fallait suivre. On est alhamdoulilah, on est devenus des Ahmadis.
A Jamaat that established itself long before missionaries ever came.
Je suis convaincu que personne, ni aucune force de ce monde ne pourra arrêter l'avancée ou la victoire de ces Jamaat.
Lost all for the sake of their faith, yet remained ever determined.
Safikia mwanua jawa rangiz menasi mana kavili ha mwana shoni de ajane menasi mani karparo hana barisi swali vavo tini wasujur komole nyumba tsoma ka wasta abitso koinsi.
हमें कोई डर नहीं है सदियों से देते आ रहे हैं ये लोग हमारे कुफर के फतवे हमारे कत्ल के फतवे लेकिन हमें किसी चीज़ का डर नहीं है और हम ऐसे ही बढ़ते जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह ताला.
C'est pas ce qui s'est passé, on n'avait pas quelque chose, j'ai dit que si mon père il n'arrête pas ces trucs, je joue devant Dieu, je vais couper sa tête. Et j'avais pas peur, j'étais vraiment strict là-dessus.
MTA has been reaching the corners of the earth for 25 years. Let us now take you to a corner of the earth.
We hope you've enjoyed our special news report. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for today. You can follow us on Twitter @NewsMTA and youtube.com/NewsMTA. Join us next time for more, but until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.